Let's talk about you. Let's get away from basketball, and it's tough because it's another thing that I do that my wife hates is I don't care what kind of day I'm having. I don't care what I have to do. I lock myself in a room for an hour and a half every day and watch film.
Oh wow.
I don't care. I don't care if I
That's
came
the
in.
love for the game.
I don't care if I came in at 1 a.m. Could have went out for drinks. I'm going in that room and I'm going to watch film. I don't care if I have to be there at 6 a.m. the next day.
Wow.
It's just that's just who I am. I have to watch film. I have to watch film on the different players that I'm working with because you can always keep learning. There's no cap on learning.
Yeah.
I learn from my players. Actually, when they speak to me, I listen.
Yeah.
I don't just say it's my way or the highway. Talk to me. Let's have a conversation. Let's engage because you might teach me something about you that I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
So, it definitely, to get back to your question, it weighs on my family 100%. The flights that I have to take, not being home all the time, like like now, when I leave here, I'm going straight to the arena. I haven't seen my kids really all day. When I get home, guess what? They're asleep because they got to go to school tomorrow, right? So it weighs on me knowing that, I have a great support system. My wife is amazing the way she just has the house running.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get jealous because it's like a well-oiled machine and you're not involved. It's like they know what they're doing. It's like, hey, can I help? No, we got it. This is what we do. You know what I mean? Like, and it's a gift and a curse because it weighs on me because I want to help out.
Yeah.
But, she does an amazing job of keeping everything going. And, and she talks to me. She's a communicator. She'll say, hey, listen, all right now, I need my time.
That's right.
I need my time, and I'll have to adjust. Okay, no problem. And we have a rule at dinner: no phones, just pure conversation. You gotta look me in the eye. We gotta talk. So we do different things to adjust, but there is no right answer to say, hey, this is how I do it, because at the end of the day, it's weighing on me regardless, and my family.
Whew. I don't know.
Wait, you got another question for him?
No, I think that's way different. 24/7.
Yes.
Let me do something for the viewers who are gonna be watching. The younger crowd.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me how the relationship. I see you work with a lot of people.
Yep.
So, how did the Knight relationship happen?
Brandon Knight. Oh man, so that's my little brother right there. It's way more than basketball with him. His brother was in L.A. in a nightclub with Keon Dooling when he was with, I think, the Milwaukee Bucks at the time, and Keon being a South Florida native, they saw each other, and Brandon was in 9th or 10th grade and one of the best players in the world. And he went over to Keon like, hey, I know you're from South Florida. How can I get my brother to the next level? Because, what did you do? What do you do in the offseason? He said, I got somebody for you. My guy, Remy. I think you guys should work with him. Brandon being so big time at the time, his family, everybody's going to come and make sure this is the right marriage. And I'll never forget it. They brought him to a 24-hour fitness. We came in and we went in early, 6 in the morning. I wanted to test his discipline from the get-go. He wasn't late. He was there before me, so I already knew what time of player he was. And his whole family was there with him, surprisingly, really? Because that's their prized possession. Yeah. At the end of the day, like, they want to make sure I'm who they say that you are. Yeah. I'm that responsible person.
Was that an intimidating moment for
because
you?
at the end of the day, he's going to be spending more time with me than his family. Trust me. And we worked out that one time, and his dad, who's a big basketball guy, just fell in love. He said, this is what he's been missing. This is what he's been missing. And it just went ever since. So around 10th grade, and we've been like inseparable because he's taught me something, which is the real level of hard work. This is somebody he is the hardest worker I've ever been around. When I say he used to go to school in live in Coral Springs, went to school in Fort Lauderdale and Pinecrest, he would drive all the way to Pembroke Pines at 5, 6 in the morning, work out with me, drive all the way back to school, work out before practice. I would sit and watch his practice, and then things that he didn't like that he did in practice, we would work out after practice. So you're talking 3 times, 6 times
During his high school career.
During his high school career.
Because I remember that because I was at Pace.
Yes.
And we had Ray Shipman.
Yes.
We had Ray Taylor.
Yep.
We had them boys, but we kept on hearing some type of noise coming from. And I'm like, everybody was like, "Yo, Knight killing everybody, Knight killing." I'm like, "What you mean Knight killing? Ain't nobody gonna beat Big Ray."
Yep.
Rakeem.
Yep.
There was a whole lot. It was a huge squad, but when I met him, he was the truth.
Yeah, man, he's just a super hard worker, man. Just a quick story about him, and this was crazy. It's unbelievable. Probably his biggest game of his career in high school was against Austin Rivers on ESPN, and they had to play at FAU, Florida Atlantic University, around 7 o'clock, and he was like, "Well, we got to work out. I don't want to treat this like a regular day. Don't take it easy." We worked out for 2.5 hours. Okay, that morning, and he went and scored 47 points.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and people didn't realize that he just worked out for 2.5 hours that morning, like it was a regular workout day, and that he wasn't about to face the number 3 junior in the country. He was a senior at the time, which is Austin Rivers. He didn't care. He was so focused. He saw past what he was doing. So he's in high school. He was already preparing for college. And when he was in college, he was preparing for the NBA.
Yeah.
So that's what it was for him. He was like, listen, don't take it easy on me. We're going to go as hard as we could right now, because at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is to get better. This is a practice game until I reach the NBA. I don't care who I'm playing against. So he taught me a lot about discipline. He taught me a lot about hard work. He pushed me as a person. And you got to think, I'm young. I want to go out. I want to go have fun. I was super young at the time. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, I got to be up with Brandon, this high school kid, at 5 in the morning.
kept you on track.
I can't go to the club. I can't go have that kind of social life that I want to have, because this kid is so dedicated that I was like, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure he make it, even if it's sacrificing my life. So that's my story with Brandon. And till today, we're still working, we're still growing. And for somebody that's with me so long, especially in this NBA world, I make it my duty for him to never outgrow me. So I'm always going to keep getting better at my craft. Every summer he walks in, he's like, damn, we're doing something new. This ain't the same old song. You know what I mean? So, and a lot of people get caught up in that. Yeah. I've been with him for 10 years. I already know what you're going to do. Yeah. We're going to start here, right? They already know. Yeah. Not with me. I shock the body. And he's just like, every year you get better. Yeah. So I enjoy that. So it's not like he can't go nowhere else. He doesn't want to go nowhere else. And I always tell him, listen, I'm all about other people in my field. That's great. Go see what they're doing. Let's take from other people. And he just doesn't want to do it because he understands. He's like, why? You're not the same person you were just 20 days ago. You understand? Let alone years.
Listen, I need my sons to come to you. How we sign up? My son, he's 12 years old.
For sure.
No, but I really enjoy hearing your story. Like, really and truly, like, it's motivational and inspiring.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you can give us a quick 10 players you currently coach right now, can you list them?
Yeah. How about this? I'm gonna look at my phone.
There you go. There you go. That works.
So that you can the beautiful
just
pictures that Dave's taking.
So we're on our no cap,
building
right now.
Appreciate them, man. They're awesome. You got Dion Waiters here. You got Josh Richardson here. You got Udonis Haslem here. You got the new Heat rookie Tyler Hero.
How's working with him?
Oh, it's amazing. He's like an undercover brother. That's his nickname for me. He is really like, he has so much flavor.
You got so much soul.
Where's he from?
So much. He's from Wisconsin. No, he's from, Wisconsin is Milwaukee, isn't it?
Wait.
Yeah.
It depends on, Milwaukee,
Yeah. He's from Milwaukee, okay? And he's just got so much flair.
Froze up.
Because where you right now? I think you're in Milwaukee right now. Where you at?
I'm in Madison, Wisconsin.
Madison.
Okay.
So he's from the Milwaukee area, and he's just, I sky's the limit for him. Me reaching out to him and him, looking up to me. saying like, man, I didn't think I was coming down here I didn't think I was going to get a chance to work with you. You only work with the big dogs. And I'm like, I get offended when people say
Your
that.
persona exceeds
I hate
you, bro.
that. I hate that.
Your
I'm
reputation exceeds
It's
you.
right.
I'm like-
That's what I was gonna say. It's the
Yeah.
reputation that you have. You know?
I'm like, why would you say something?
judge
like
that
That's
book
why
by
when you
its
came in the
cover.
door, I'm like, yo, Remy really in the building right now.
Man, like so guys like Jeff Green, Andre Drummond, Jimmy Butler, the new Miami Heat guy,
Yeah.
and the list goes on. But it's all about continuing to grow. I'm not the guy that's content and complacent with what I'm doing. Every day I want to get better. I can easily just go home today after a long day of working different guys out, but I create a regimen that, hey, listen, it's getting close to September. It's getting close to tip-off, so we got to go twice. So I'm going to the arena when I leave here to make sure guys is on their stuff, because especially with the Miami Heat, their culture is totally different than a lot of teams in the NBA. They're a lot more strict, and they're great for that. They hold their players accountable for being in shape and being sharp. So
Yeah, Wade said that when he came to the podcast a couple months ago. He said that Miami doesn't play at all. Like, everything is like a uniform system. We move like this. We do this together. You come late, you're going to pay that fine. So it's kind of dope to hear it from another perspective. Like, yo, Miami Heat really don't play.
No, definitely not. They, guys are preparing for their amazing traditional conditioning test, which is hell and back. So, and not to get into it too much, and it's like haunting them, And I'm like, listen, don't think about it.
It's really that tough.
Yeah, if you think about it, he's gonna get you. It's gonna get you in your sleep. So, But
Is there anyone that you're eyeing or would like to work with?
you know what? Yeah,
That's a good question.
that's a great.
Good
She's
question.
She's on point.
I figured he got all the stars. I
just
didn't know
tried.
he,
She is
I
on
just
point.
try.
You know what? And it's not because of stardom. It's because I feel like I can really help this person take his game to the
Do you really
next
want to
level.
mention the name?
Yes, I'm going to.
Please
Sure.
do.
I know, right?
Kawhi Leonard.
Ooh.
Kawhi Leonard. Why you
Kawhi Leonard, as good as he is, he can improve so much. And I hope that his circle is telling him that. Don't be capped off as being, was he the league MVP this year? No, he wasn't.
No.
He was not the MVP, but he was a finals MVP. He was the best player in the NBA this year, I think.
You think so?
Just because he's probably the best two-way player in the NBA. Plays both sides at a super high level. It's about 12 guys in the NBA total that plays at both ends like that. And he was just so impactful. He was so great in the playoffs. And those are the biggest moments. Sometimes people have a great 82 games. They get in the playoffs, and you can't find them. Because the moment, the lights, and Dwayne Wade's, senior son he's like one of the best players I've ever seen in the biggest moments. It's something about the moment with him that he just turns into a whole different player. Like, it's like there's Dwayne Wade, quarters 1, 2, and 3, and then there's Dwayne Wade in the last 5 minutes of the game. There's a whole different beast. And those are the players that, to me, separate themselves from the whole NBA. And he did that this year for me. For me, I was a believer from him. It took me a while. I wasn't sold on him, but now I'm sold on him. And with that being said, you would think he's so great. He's done getting better, but he has so much room to improve, and I feel like I can take him there.
I hope you get that. I hope you get it like tomorrow. I hope you get it like your next
Well, it's
text
already
message.
out there now. It's out there in the atmosphere. You know how that is. You go ahead and speak it.
I hope you get it like yesterday.
You know.
Simmons with you too.
Yeah. Who?
Simmons.
Ben Simmons, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he's another one.
You got him in your roster?
Yeah, I've had him. I did a little bit of work with him during pre-draft, and he works with a great friend of mine, another good trainer, Chris Johnson out in L.A. And, not to tell any secrets, but be surprised about what he's going to look like this year.
Ben Simmons.
Yes.
You think you're going to shoot his threes now?
Listen, I'm not giving out any secrets, but just know that he's been working. He's been working very hard, and it's specifically like being in the gym for 3 hours doesn't mean you're working hard. That means you're not working smart. He's coming in the gym working on something specific, and I think that's the key to guys understanding how to work on things specific and not just be a gym rat with no purpose. We got to come in here with a goal.
Yeah.
Because now you're trying to reach it. You're not just in here working out, right? Yeah. So, and that goes with anything in life, right?
His mechanics are going to be different.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh dang! See you trying to see how you trying to get the secrets out.
Exclusives. No, that's how you bring the
listen,
exclusives.
let's switch the subject. No Ben Simmons.
I think we're gonna become a believer for Ben Simmons when them 5 minutes of the playoffs. Like, he's gonna have the moments, right?
Man, listen. that happens.
We're gonna be a believer this year.
That happens with experience. He's got to continue to get there. In order to.
Well, Remy, it's interviews like yours, man, that make me keep loving Way Different.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, he's gonna have to. Experience is the best teacher. So at the end of the day, in order to understand how to seize that moment, you got to be in the moment numerous times.
Okay. Well, Remy, it was a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Nijie, you know what it is. Mr. Wade, you need to send me that budget because, I'm hungry.
Don't think about yourself.
Nijie out here, we hungry, so you got to send that budget.
Nah, we good.
Yeah, I'm a long way away from y'all right now.
Don't send us the spaghetti. I'm telling everybody about the spaghetti. Don't send the spaghetti, though.
Don't be hyping up the spaghetti and then they don't like it, bro.
Oh.
I mean, it's not that bad.
Man, Mr. Wade got the fountain of youth. Now I don't know if everybody. I don't know if any.
Because I'm coaching him.
Listen,
what I mean?
listen to me.
Yeah, I'm coaching him.
Okay.
The man look like he's 25.
He
man.
does. When I show people his picture,
I just get upset when I see him in the gym. I'm like, you know what? I was gonna leave, but I'm gonna stay an extra 10 minutes.
Oh, y'all gonna gas him up to a whole new level. He gonna be calling me in the morning like, I told you, man, I'm looking good. I'm looking good.
He keeping them on their
Trying
toes.
to be that example, man. I gotta be that example for the guys over 50, bro.
That's right.
He told me, this little quick story. He told me like, yo, Gary, I'm looking good. I need you to go reach out to Adam Levine. let me wear his clothes. Let me model it. I could do it. I'm like, wait, you think we ready for this? He said, yo, go get Adam Levine. I said, all right, I'm gonna put the work together. Man, so I don't be surprised you see with Adam Levine. Huh?
It's strange you said that because I was just thinking about Adam Levine before you said that, right? But it's not that I want to really model Adam Levine clothes, but it's like, yeah, I would model it if he gave me the chance, but I'm like probably the only black person that goes in the store and buys clothes.
Really?
I don't know nobody else that wears.
We gotta reach out. We gotta reach out.
Yeah, we gotta make this happen.
All right.
We're speaking all kind of manifestations around here.
Well, you want to be a supermodel? You put that on my priority bucket list.
Yes, walking down runways.
So wait, since you on the line, go ahead and close us out, man.
There it is.
You're the executive producer. If y'all don't know, Mr. Dwayne Lacey is the executive producer of the Way Different Show. He out there traveling and making things happen. So take us out, Mr. Wade.
So if it's news around the world, then it's probably being heard right here on the Way Different Show. Share us with your friends and make sure you tune in next week, same time.
That's right.
Thank you for listening to the Way Different Show, and good night, everybody.
Good night.
Low-key sound like a prayer.
Man, like the Tom Jonas show.
Another episode of Way Different. This is live from the dojo. We got Z-Man in the building. We got Charlie Bravo in the building. And you got me, the 365 Ninja. From the moment Mari enter, what's on me agenda? Find a shorty like she Dory, then I bring her to my center. Rose and margaritas pouring straight up out the blender. Chanel number 5, as it lingers, I remember what's your name, what's your sign. Damn, you know you fine. Baby, all that ass, girl, I gotta make you mine. Daydreaming while I'm driving, how you looking from behind? If you feel the way I'm feeling, why the we wasting time? I deliver, make.
We all have dreams. So, I know people say, they probably think I'm used to it, you know what I'm saying, by now, but it's still a dream being in the NBA. I still play 2K with those guys. So.
Which is why we end up as stronger, though. Let's be clear.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey.
Right, do you like the gear? Do you like the gear right? Do you like to get it on in the middle of the night? If you feel the way I'm feeling, if we gon' be alright, I say green light at the green light, don't stop, it's all